How are we starting this podcast?
I don't know.
Maybe this should just be the intro. Literally, this stupidity.
First date deal breakers.
I got plenty. I haven't been on a first date in a really long time.
And the last time you were on one, it was pretty awkward. Are we allowed to talk about that?
No.
No?
Okay, no, actually, though. I have a few first date deal breakers.
Let me ask you the questions I asked you earlier. Hold on.
Those aren't first date deal breakers.
But they're comparable to what?
First date deal breakers?
No. It's just on topic of like dating and real life stuff. Do you believe in love at first sight?
No.
No?
No.
Like you ever look at somebody and you're like, oh, wow.
No.
How's your life going?
Great. I just don't think it's like... I feel like when you look at some... Like, it's cliche. Like, I feel like people look at each other and you're like, oh my god, yeah. But like, oh, this person's attractive. But I feel like when you first see somebody, love at first sight, it's superficial because you're just looking at them. Like, exterior. Like, you don't even... They could be literally the biggest piece of shit on the planet and you have no idea. You've only just seen their face.
Then there's me that is just like...
You're like, oh my god.
Hello? Do you believe you can love more than one person?
Do you believe in love at first sight?
Oh, I didn't even answer that.
No. Well, I think you...
Well, I just did. Yeah, I was like, I'm the type to be like, oh my god, wow. I would go back, I found my husband. This is him. And then like...
No. Okay, what's the second one?
Do you believe you can fall in love with more than one person at the same time?
No. We are opposites.
You're limited. I'm here so I don't get fined.
No, I don't think so. I truly don't think so. Because if, like, here's the thing. If you, I mean, it depends. Like, I feel like it's different. I don't think you can love two people at the same time. I do think this may sound stupid. One person you can love, maybe, and one person can be like your soulmate. I feel like that's different because that's a real, like, there's a real actual studies have shown where someone is like your, what is it called? It's like fire to fire. Like someone lights the fire in you and someone is like the love of your life. You have to look it up. Or I don't even know if
I'm not even interested to look that up.
I don't even think, but I don't think so. I feel like
do you know what I believe in?
If you've like are going through it with somebody and like it's been years you've been together and you're like taking time apart.
No, I think right person, wrong time. Like no one said that there's only one love of your life out there.
No, I feel like people can love like. Okay, hold on. Do you mean loving two people? Did it say two people at the same time?
More than one person at the same time.
No. How are you dividing your attention like that? I think that's so strange. I mean, I guess that's what like open relationships kind of are.
I'm not really talking about open relationship or like cheating, but
yeah. No, it's not cheating.
Because I know a lot of people who personally know somebody and they know them really well and they'd be like, honestly, if I wasn't in such of a serious relationship,
yeah, this
person would be someone I know I would fall in love with.
Okay, but you don't love them at that moment, so that's different.
Talk to me nice.
I think that's like, I don't know, like for example, your boyfriend looks at you and is like telling you he loves somebody as much as exactly. Oh, but you're like, no. Not today.
We're gonna shut that down real quick. Do you think a cheater will always be a cheater?
No.
I'm between that.
Why?
I'm like in the middle.
Okay, but why? I mean,
because then I'll have trust issues. But I also believe some people will change from like really drastic situations.
Wait, are we talking a cheater will always be a cheater? Like, say someone cheated on me and we stay together, or someone cheated on me and then we broke up and they got in another relationship. I don't think they'll stay a cheater if it's like I feel like people can learn from their mistakes.
Would you stay with a cheater?
No. Would you?
I don't know.
It's hard. It's hard to say.
Because actually, as much as I want to say like, no, like.
Yeah, it's honestly hard. It depends.
To the curb.
It's circumstantial. Like, obviously you're like, no, but then... Like, I've taken back a cheater, and then we ended 2 weeks later. Like, it's, like, circumstantial. Like, it depends. And I had said before, it depends, like, if they came and told me, or if I found, like, how I found out, what it was, like, you know what I mean? Because think of it, there's people that are, like, that have been together for years, like, married with kids. I'm serious.
No, I know.
And they, like, cheat, like, someone cheats, but then it's, like, they were going through it. Will Smith and Jada.
As he's sitting there, like,
He's like,
no one can break us.
but they broke that, like, I get it, but, like, I don't know. I just feel like I'd be like, ugh. No.
Here's the last one. I think that's
so
the last
scared.
one.
Okay.
It's involving cheaters again.
Yeah.
Do you think someone who's in love could cheat on their
Negative.
significant other?
Negative. I don't know about you, but when I'm in love, I don't feel the need to, like...
Oh, 100%.
So it's like, what? Like, there's something missing. Like, you're not getting the attention. You're...
But let's go back to the point where you were like, there's some people who've been married for so long.
Yeah, that's true, too.
And then they cheat.
Yeah, but then you're not in love anymore.
Oh my God.
You may love the person, but you're not in love with them. You may love them for who they are, everything you've shared, so on and so forth, but you're not in love with them. You just have a life with them, and, like, you live with them, you have kids. But there's, like, no romance. Right?
Very believable.
All right, listen to me. First date deal breakers, first thing to come to mind.
Oh my
I got so
God.
many.
I get cringe because I talk to people sometimes and, like, this might sound weird, but I have this thing where I talk to men, whether it's my first time talking to them or have been knowing them for so long and we finally get to, like, talk for a minute, and I talk to them as if, I don't know why I do this, but sometimes when I get bored, I'm like, even if it's face to face, it's always face to face actually, because I can't really know what the person's talking about when they're texting.
Yeah.
I talk to guys as if it's my first time meeting them and wanting to get to know them for the first time kind of thing. Like, how would they be as a man that I would date? Like, how would he be as a man to a woman? Like, does that sound right?
Yes, it does.
Because that's when I start seeing things. I'm like, I would never date this
Tolerate
man.
that?
Yeah.
Okay, but what are those things that you're like, that's a deal? Like, absolutely not.
Me, this sounds so bad. Me, it's appearance.
Okay.
Like, if it was
that's
a
why she
blind
believes
date-
in love at first sight, because
If it was a blind date, appearance, of course, for anybody.
for sure, like, yeah, blind date, yeah. But, like, say you're talking to somebody, you're getting to know them, then they ask you out on a date, you go to dinner. Do you want me to start? Because I got a few. And I feel like we're on different pages. Mine?
I sound so horrible. Like, appearance.
Ready? Close your mouth when you motherfucking chew.
Let me tell you right now, my dad would have fucking flipped a table.
Like, I have friends who, like, chew with their mouth open. And I'll, like, wait. Like, I'll patiently wait.
I actually didn't think of
They're
that
like-
because you shouldn't. You should not. Like, that's something because that's common sense.
I have literal friends who will chew with their mouth open, like, not realizing. And
My
it'll be
niece
something-
Lulu eats like that.
And I literally will be like, I'll wait. And then when they don't, I'm like, close your... I'm not even polite. I'm like, please close your fucking mouth. Like...
My niece Lulu is like that, and my
Okay,
dad.
but she's like 2.
My dad literally looks at it and goes, "You close your mouth or you're done eating."
My mom used to do that to me when I was little, and I literally used to say to her, okay, but who cares? And then I grew up and I'm like, whoa, a lot of people.
My dad's the worst person to eat with. He literally would be like, or if he can hear you chewing like cucumbers, he goes,
It's crunchy.
yeah, he goes, like, what's, like, he'll make you feel so stupid, and, like, so you'll finish your dinner like this, like.
You let it, like, soak in your mouth. It's
I
like
sometimes think about, fuck it, let me swallow the bitch whole. I'm really like,
You're like,
what are the options? Do I? I swear to God, I'm just like, that's it. Or I'll be like, I'm not hungry anymore.
yeah, literally. Yeah. I'm like, I'll just save it for
I was young too, so sometimes I'm like, fuck it, let me get up and make him feel bad that I didn't eat my food or whatever. And I get up, he'd be like, all right,
Yeah.
no dinner for you tonight.
Okay, but look at now. You don't chew with your mouth open.
I don't. That's my biggest pet peeve.
Yeah. You want to hear another one? Mannerism to your waitress.
Oh my God, if you are not nice
Disgusting.
to not even just waitresses,
I'm a
anybody,
server.
anybody in retail,
Uh-huh.
just in general,
yeah.
oh fuck, that's it. Like my mom, not like my parents. My mom just started catching on to it.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, well, imagine that was us working.
Yeah.
But it's not in her, like, it's not on purpose. She just wouldn't say thank you or please, or she'd be like,
I'm like,
I
I
want that.
overcompensate.
I'm like, you're not getting that till you say please or thank you.
They're like, first of all, put your hand down.
Or she'd be like, yo. And I'm
She's like full of plates, like walking around. Or like if you go out and like the guy wants to, because again, I'm a server. People come in and we see like guys want to act like douches at dinner with their girl, and they're
Oh my
like
God.
tapping the table like for the server, or like raising like
Have you
First
seen
of all,
that?
if you snap at me, I will fucking break your fingers. Number one.
Have you seen that clip with Scott Disick where he put like the money in the server's mouth?
I would... Disgusting. One time someone threw change at me when I was working at a cafe. Yeah. Literally. He literally was like an older man, and he asked me for like an espresso, and I gave him... He asked me for his regular. Okay, I made him his regular. Okay, and he goes, oh, no, I wanted it bigger. He had like, language barrier. But again, I saw him nearly every day. So he's like, you said you knew which one, And I looked at him and I was like, okay, but this is what you normally get. Like, it wasn't a bigger cup. I don't know I don't even remember what you wanted different. He literally takes the change that was like with him and he chucks it at me and he like walks away with his espresso. I literally went up to him, I handed him, I was like, don't ever fucking throw your shit at me like I'm a stripper. I was like, no shade to strippers, but I was like, don't throw your shit at me. I was like, I don't fucking, bro, I do not get paid enough for this. I was like, keep your money, I don't fucking want it. Well, I took his money because it was for the cafe, but
No, I think me and Ahmed are really, really nice to
Yeah.
waiters and waitresses, and I think that's what I'm like, wow.
And
thank God.
I overcompensate. Like, I've tipped extra if I've seen my friend didn't tip enough.
We've talked about this tipping.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Like,
I know
don't
some
be
really cheap tippers.
Yeah.
I know people $3.
Ain't no shame.
They round up.
I'm like, whoa,
Like if it was $59, $60.
that's like embarrassing. Like, so embarrassing. I just think it's like, no.
I can't.
Like, I can't. First,
Even if honestly, like today I went to a coffee shop with my mom.
Yeah.
The girl did nothing for us. She literally just rang me out. And I literally felt like I had to tip.
But then here's the thing too, though, because I'm in the industry and and my dad has even called me out on this. He's like, I'm genuinely an over tipper. Like, this is like full on, not even tooting my own horn. It's actually bad because sometimes when I finish, like wherever I went, I literally will sit and think, why the fuck did I tip that much? Like, it's not even necessary.
My brother-in-law once. Sorry.
When we went for fucking dinner, I think I tipped 35 or 40% that night. I think it was 35.
I went up for dinner once with my brother-in-law.
Who needs to tip 35%?
Let me tell you something. It was not me. I had nothing to do with this, really.
Yeah.
I had dinner once with my brother-in-law, and this motherfucker tipped the waitress $100.
With your mother-in-law? Who?
My brother-in-law? $100.
Yeah. I mean, thank you.
No, I know. I'm just like, okay. Did she, like, deliver your child? I don't know what she did for you.
That's a deal breaker, though. If you're not. And another deal breaker is if someone asks you on a date. This never happened. Actually, it's happened to me. If someone asks you on a date, like asks you, okay?
And
I have
and
no
asks
problem
you where to
paying
go?
for a date. First of all, doesn't know where to go. Is asking, like, saying, no, I don't know. Like, where would you want to go? Like, bro, come prepared, okay? And number two, expects you to pay. Like, I have no problem paying if we're, like, going on a date, if we've been together, whatever. But, bro, you asked me on a date.
I was going to say, someone make you pay once, but that's a story for another time.
Yeah. Through a drive-through. Literal drive-through.
Hello?
And threw a fit because he forgot as well. I was like, please drop me off. Where are we?
He started crying.
Please, like, take me off.
As a matter of fact, I'm fucking walking. My house is 40 minutes drive. I'll walk.
No, I'm good. It was, wow, literally traumatizing.
I think hygiene is another thing for me.
Yeah. Like, that's not even.
I understand.
Tuck your shirt in properly.
Oh my God, I make fun of Ahmed all the time because he tucks in his undershirt. Plus, he doesn't tuck in his shirt unless it's like a button-up or whatever. But he wears an undershirt and he tucks it into his pants. And I know it's like, whatever. But I literally make fun of him all the time. He goes, I don't want to get a cold.
Oh.
And I'm just like,
Okay.
I should not be with you.
I feel like I want to take this off now.
I just feel like I'm more comfortable. I think we got a minute to kill on this camera.
Probably.
I really hope this doesn't turn out shit.
I don't think it will.
Because it wasn't as funny.
As our first one? Because we weren't telling... It's because we weren't telling as many stories. Are you upset we're not laughing as much?